Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2CTV and your latest news update, this time from Britannia. Calls for resignation from outside the British government continue. Keir Starmer's cabinet members have been told not to talk to the media, and drama and scandals around Keir Starmer continues to escalate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yet another news story and update that the mainstream media will not be covering. But it's okay because 2CTV is here for you guys. Tulip Siddiq, the government minister who is responsible for your money in the Treasury, as the obviously economic treasurer, secretary to the Treasury, she is a little bit special, let's just say. Allegedly special because there's a lot of embezzlement allegations against her and her family and her aunt, who was the dictator of Bangladesh. This story is a follow-up report from the original report a couple of days ago. This is about Tulip Siddiq's aunt and the rest of the family embezzling money allegedly in Bangladesh, funded by Vladimir Putin. So essentially they've also angered Putin. Don't make Putin angry. It's not a good idea. And of course, the rest of Bangladesh and the United Kingdom, everybody's getting involved. Before we start, good news, ladies and gentlemen. Great news. We are now having good Christmas offer. Yes, as you've been waiting, the Christmas discount for 2CTV Plus is now here. 50% off. Use the promo code Christmas50 for 50%. Christmas50 and go on 2c.tv. We'll find the link in the description on the video. Join us today. Annual memberships, new annual memberships. You get 50% off. You get access to all the uncensored premium shows, documentaries, and chat forum if you want to talk to me and other like-minded people. Now, enough of that. Let's talk about Tulip Siddiq and Keir Starmer, this weird relationship. All right. As you guys know, we reported that Tulip Siddiq, who's on the left, the far left in the photo. Yep. Far left, standing next to her aunt, who was the dictator of Bangladesh until recently, and she was ousted, obviously. She had to escape to India. Although, for those who think that was just a great thing that happened, it was a lose-lose situation for Bangladesh, because while she was in power, she wasn't the best leader. After she left, Hindus are now getting massacred by Islamists, so it's not really the best situation in Bangladesh anyway. But they decided to create all these nuclear power plants in Bangladesh, right? The contracts were signed, obviously, with the partnership with the Kremlin and Vladimir Putin from Russia, and the Russians funded it, and somehow billions of pounds were missing. And then they realized, they did, obviously, when Sheikh Hasina, the leader of Bangladesh, was kicked out, they had to find out what's been going on. Then they discovered, hang on. Seems like she and her family members have been taking all the money. And it then escalated from here. Because one of the main reasons that we are still talking about this story is because it's now escalating in regards to what's it got to do with the UK. It does matter about what's going on in the United Kingdom. £4 billion, by the way. £4 billion has been stolen, right? Allegedly by this family. The problem with this is that the British government are not answering basic questions. This woman is in charge of your money. If you're watching from Britain, your money, can you trust her, or her mentality? This is the official statement from Downing Street that we've received. The Prime Minister has confidence in Tulip, which is never a good thing, by the way. I'll explain why. The Minister has denied any involvement. The Minister has denied any allegations in the press. Her ministerial role in fighting corruption on behalf of the government. Hang on. So we have to believe, okay, I'm not going to directly accuse her of saying, I know you stole money. No, but apparently your aunt has. And obviously we know that her son, daughter, and your mother, they were all involved. Allegedly, okay? Accusations are going around. Massive investigation happening. But even if we say, okay, fine, we still wait. Do you want us to believe that you, a Labour minister, are fighting against corruption? You are a Labour government minister. By default, you are all corrupt. And I'm not going to say allegedly. That's the whole point. The whole government and policy program is based on scams. Everything is a scam. We exposed HS2, the high-speed rail project, which is not just about Labour. All the parties were involved, Tories and Labour and Lib Dems. This is what you guys do. But it does escalate from here. It gets much worse. The Tories are now hitting back because they've discovered some weird things. The Tories said the fact that Labour's anti-corruption minister is reportedly embroiled in a corruption case is the latest stain on Keir Starmer's judgment. This is where it gets weird. Tulip Siddiq has had housing provided by a key donor to her aunt, failed to properly declare interests, and is now apparently in the middle of an ongoing corruption probe by the government of Bangladesh. With alarming reports that she met with the dictator Vladimir Putin, we know that already, it is high time she came clean. The British public deserve a government that is focused on their priorities, not distracted by yet another scandal. Now, while the Tories are right, it's still a little bit of a pot kettle weird situation because the Tories in power were also corrupt. just to clarify. But they are correct to say that considering she didn't actually declare the financial interest of the housing that was provided by a donor that was linked to her dodgy aunt in Bangladesh, sure, she really wants to fight against corruption. Ladies and gentlemen, believe Tulip Siddiq because she never lies. Every day I have to deal with these people. Now, you think this is bad? It's going to get worse because the Labour government continue to lie to every single person in the country and around the world, by the way. We're going to have an ambassador to the United States who not only hates Trump, which that's a stupid decision. Why would you pick someone who hates Trump to make ambassador? The man was good friends with Jeffrey Epstein, right? We have that to deal with. He hates Brexit. He hates democracy. This is Peter Mandelson, by the way. Or his name was the Dark Lord or the Prince of Darkness, the man behind Tony Blair 20, 30 years ago. But it does get worse. Oh yeah, just wait for this. The WASPy women who are still fighting for the injustice when it came to the pensions. There are a lot of pensioners who are still fighting. All the other pensioners as well who are going to be freezing to death this winter, unfortunately, because of this government, right? The government have decided to not help them. They said, we're not going to help you. The Labour Party is imploding right now. Labour backbench MPs who are not in government are having a meltdown because they know they're going to lose their seats. And guess what's happened now? Of course, their group chat, Facebook, WhatsApp messages have now been leaked. And now we can show you in this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is again relates to the WASPy women who continue to fight. Whatever you think of this whole situation with the WASPy women, it doesn't really matter because it's about the way that the government is lying. Whether you want to have full compensation for them, whether you say, oh, don't worry about it, or you want a different solution. I'm not talking about the policy issue. I'm talking about the implosion of the Labour government and the Labour Party. Look at these messages. Well, the first MP, Michelle Scrogum, said, when our members react like this and solid Labour question backing the party, you have to wonder, how did we get here? I was elected under a banner of integrity. I stood shoulder to shoulder with these women, the pensioners, and promised to fight for them, as did many of us. My integrity is worth more than this. And then Julia Buckley MP replied, I feel your pain and struggle, and a struggle to understand the reasoning or politics behind this decision. Why were other options not considered for a targeted compensation scheme? This is very difficult to explain to our constituents who deserve better. Then you had Sarah Champion MP saying, agreed. Ignoring all of that, accepting balancing the books, why was it decided to announce this before recess? When journalists are bored and everyone is spending time with their granny. Have we not learned from the WFP announcement? Then we had Olivia Blake MP also saying, I fear the political cost of this will outweigh the financial cost of compensation significantly, right? Then you had Helena Dolomir saying, well done, Roshana Ali on Today program this morning on BBC. Roshanara put it well. WASPy women will, like everyone, benefit from rescuing our broken public services and protecting triple lock and more. I know this will be hard for WASPy women, but anger is channeled at the Tories that left us in this mess and everything else. Jeremy Corbyn's manifesto, blah, blah, blah. Then Julia Buckley says, it will be very hard for WASPy women and for any MPs who represent them. I love how their priorities is Me as an MP. Me. I'm going to lose my seat. Me. What am I going to do? My constituents hate me. Oh no. Yeah. And you wonder why Reform UK is still on the rise. This is the class of MPs, the quality of MPs that we have in the United Kingdom. It's the same situation we have in Canada with the Liberal MPs and the NDP MPs. It's just cuckoo. A little bit cuckoo, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's get some reaction while we're here. This is so bad. Everything is bad. Stu, thank you for your super chat. Saying code isn't holidays 50, level S3. This is... Stu is talking about, in case you joined us late, it's talking about a Christmas discount, 50% off annual memberships, 2CTV Plus. Use the promo code Christmas50. Yes, it's Christmas, so we're going to do Christmas 50. And obviously, we're also going to be sending messages to our lovely Jewish friends when Hanukkah starts. Happy Hanukkah. Obviously, we've still got a few days to go. Yeah, so we're obviously going to do a Christmas discount because we're in the United Kingdom, or divided kingdom as we know it. Anyway. Crazy times. What is going on? Happy One says she should be suspended under investigation, not left to carry. You would think that should be a common sense approach. If someone has been under investigation, especially on an international level, you're a government minister representing this country. Please don't treat the public like idiots. Nick Andrews says members of Labour are going to have to watch their backs for the rest of their lives because people will be coming for them to take their money back. Well, I hope this is not a violent message, but yes, I understand the anger. What is going on here? The WEF are in charge. Nothing will change. The following is happening. Don't worry about it. I couldn't understand why our borders were wide open. Crime is off the scale. Two-tier policing continued. What is going on? Yeah. CCD says, Maya 2C, I'm sending prayers to everyone in Germany. They were very kind to me during September 11th. I was stationed there at the time. Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, thanks for your service. But yes, absolutely, I agree with every word. Right, where are we with the rest of you guys? Remember that the credit cards given to Mrs. Bowles, Mr. Corbyn and Mr. Lammy were taken back due to their spending. Oh yeah, do you remember that? I completely forgot about the mess that they had. The Labour Party and the credit card scandal as well. They just ran out of money. It's such a... How did people decide to actually say, I'm angry at the Tories, so I'm going to vote for Labour just to punish the Tories? The Bangladesh Awami League henchman, government minister, is now living in West Hampstead. He has grown a beard. This guy's. Who? Really? What else? Karma says, now Labour are taking all our money and Labour cannot answer basic questions. To be fair, it's always been the same case with Labour governments. Even previously, so they claim to care about the working classes, but they really don't. So John Walker says Labour says embezzlement is all right when we do it, but that's the whole thing. So governments by nature are essentially legalized mafia, legalized organized crime, and anything they do is allowed. But if you pay your taxes late, you should go to jail. It's all BS says Labour are a corrupt party and have been for most of their existence. I'd rather vote for a dead horse than give my vote to Labour, no matter how good their false promises sound. Absolutely spot on. Yes, doesn't really matter what the voting system is like, the electoral system. You still, even if you have to vote for someone that is not going to win, let's not forget at the end of the day, the popular vote, while that doesn't actually create the outcome of the election, it does send a message to the country that this party is not popular. And if more people vote against Labour, it doesn't matter what party, it still helps. And we've seen it in this election, the recent election. The government is on the brink of collapse because nobody likes them. Only 20% of the country voted proactively for Labour. It's not good. Obviously, we need to talk about reforming the system, but that's different for a different day. Anyway, let's see what else we have from you guys. Billy says, pray for Germany, pray for Bangladesh, Kashmir, Pakistan, Africa, Middle East, Asia, UK, Ireland, Islam, evil. And basically, we're praying for everywhere apart from the United States and Canada. Big shout out to everybody watching from Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Argentina. Let's not forget about the Argentines. Lovely people. And everywhere else, by the way. Apologies if I didn't list everybody. That's the problem with having a global channel. Too many countries. James says, pay our taxes late. There's a choice to not pay. Well, you will be in jail, but yeah, you could always have that choice. Dead horse. Rainer has a name, you know. Stu. We're getting close to Christmas. You're going to get me cancelled again. Yeah, good joke. Good joke. I approve. Neil Helberg says, it's just one case after another of political scumbaggery. Yes, that's absolutely spot on. Someone says, stop asking for Trump or Elon to fix your problems. Stand up and fix your own. Yeah, guys, stop asking other people. I don't know who's asking for Trump or Elon to fix their problems, but yeah, stop it. Naughty. Don't be naughty. Anyway, all this is going to happen. We're going to keep you guys posted on this weird investigation, international investigation now. And I have a feeling Labour will still get away with it, as usual. We are going to come back shortly because we have to talk about the other Labour MP who, by the way, is now going to court. The trial is going to start because he went a little bit violent against one of the constituents. Before we do that, let's not forget we have to continue our movement. New media revolution is here. The mainstream media is dying. How can you help? Of course, join 2CTV Plus using our Christmas discount code. Christmas 50. You get 50% off. Common sense. Annual memberships, by the way. Check out the website. Go on 2c.tv and join 2CTV Plus. You get access to, obviously, have a look at what you get. There's a description and everything else. You get access to documentaries. We are going to have so many documentaries coming up in the next few weeks and months. And of course, all the other uncensored shows. And most importantly, the chat forum that we have. If you want to talk to like-minded people and get cancelled, join us. The link is in the description. Go get your membership. Obviously, it's limited because it's Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maya Tusi, and we are the media.